and welcome to the Coda. Isn't this a fabulous club? It's a real delight for me to be here this evening, as I am a real newbie to this whole world of being a performer, but I just love it. Now, just a little bit about myself. My name is Joanne, and I lived most of my life in Winnipeg. Now, you may know Winnipeg as a place called Winterpeg, but I have a little secret for you. That only applies to Winnipeg in the summer months. In the winter, we're actually called Freezerpeg. And there's a really good reason for that. It's because when you live in Winnipeg in the winter, it is like living in a stand-up freezer. Only difference is that, of course, when you're living in Winnipeg, there's a lot more elbow room. And when you're living in a stand-up freezer, there's no mosquitoes there.
Yeah.
When I retired, quite happily, I ended up going over to Africa. And I was there for 3.5 years. Now that's how long it took me to thaw out from living in Winnipeg. When I made my way back to Canada, I moved out here to beautiful Victoria. And you would think that there would be absolutely nothing similar between beautiful Victoria and very cold Winnipeg. But I can tell you, I immediately discovered one thing between Victoria and Winnipeg that was absolute carbon copy. There are no single men in Victoria either. Now that I have you feeling a little relaxed and comfortable, I'm going to change gears. I'm going to pretend I'm on the Ed Sullivan Show. And Ed has just brought me on as the stand-up comedian segment, and now he's bringing me on as quite a hard-line, working-class hero. I'm going to share with you this evening a song that I learned at the hands of my father and my brother. And it's really a song that's meant to show the world today that workers are still the heart, the soul, and the foundation of the world that we enjoy. This is a song about working hands. Now, there is also a part in this song for you to join in. When I get to the refrain about, at the end of the verse about hands, I'm going to put my hand out to you, and I would like you to repeat that line back to me.
Woo!
Thank you.
I'm into it.
A lover sings of his own true love. A sailor sings of the sea. What can I be singing of but of my only property? I'm gonna sing you a song of my hands. Hear the sound of the midnight train rumbling down in the mine. The hiss of steel and the grind of the crane, the echo of the assembly line. That is the song of my hands.
That is the song of my hands.
For my 2 hands are my take-home pay. They're how much milk at my door. How many pounds will my children weigh? How did you figure the price before? What will you pay for my hands?
What will you pay for my hands?
When towers of steel rise up from the plain, did you see my hands working there? We drove your tractors, your trucks, and your trains. We laid stone upon stone upon stone in the air. And on top of the job were our hands.
On top of the job were our hands.
Calculate carefully, ponder it well, and remember this when you do, that my two hands can build your machines, but my two hands can stop them too. That is the power of my hands.
That is the power of my hands.
Thank you so much. You're a wonderful audience, and I hope you can go forward and put your great hands to work.
Yeah.
Now, following me, you are in for a treat. We have Jonathan. Now, Jonathan's biggest fan is his 3-year-old son, Julian. But after you hear Jonathan perform his own original song, I can tell you he's going to have a whole Coda full of fans.
Yeah.
Jonathan, welcome.
Woo!